Yes, you did read that right. I want you guys to start eating the frog. It's a great analogy used by Brian Tracy to help people do more and to stop procrastinating. Now, I want you to imagine this. You're at dinner and you've got a delicious steak and you've got some delicious sweet potatoes and some vegetables. But there's also a frog on the plate. It doesn't matter if it's alive or not. What are you going to eat first on that plate? Most people are going to pick the steak. And that's a problem because you want to pick the frog, and here's why. If you pick the steak first, you'll always be worrying about the fact that you have to eat the frog after finishing the steak, which means you can never fully enjoy the steak. However, if you eat the frog first and you get the hard thing out the way to begin with, you don't have to be anxious while enjoying the steak. You can fully be present and enjoy the steak for all its glory and not be worrying about what's next. And I want you guys to take that principle into your life. I know I do personally, where I think, okay, this hard thing's coming up. Maybe I've got something difficult, like an essay or an exam or something that's going to make you quite anxious and uncomfortable, right? Most people, they're going to put that thing off until the very end, and they're going to think, I'll just distract myself with video games, or I'll do something else, and I'll push it off right to the very end. And don't get me wrong, I've done that plenty of times, and half of the time that hasn't gone well for me, and the other half of the time it has actually been fine, and I've still done well on the task that I need to get done. But if you implement the ideology of eating the frog first, and you get that difficult task out the way, you don't have to spend every day feeling uncomfortable, feeling anxious, like, oh, I have this thing coming up, and every day you just make yourself feel horrible. Just do it, get it out the way, get it done, and then enjoy yourself and feel comfortable in your presence in your day-to-day. You won't have to be worrying and led in bed with a constant little droplet of dread just hanging over you, making you feel worse and worse as the days go on. And I find that in my experience, if I've left things till the last minute, every single day that I get closer to the deadline of whatever the thing is, I get more and more uncomfortable, and then it seems as though the task is larger than what it is, and that makes me feel quite shit. I can imagine you would probably relate to that too. I think it's something we all do, where we put things off. We see deadlines, maybe we've got a deadline at work, we just keep putting it off until it's really mandatory to get it done, and then we do a half-assed job of doing it. But something I think about, a quote that I like, is how you do anything is how you do everything. And what that essentially means is, if you do something with poor effort in one part of your life, you're likely to slack and do something with poor effort when it matters. So you should always give your best if you can. If you're a healthy man, a healthy person, man or woman, you should be giving 100% to everything you do. And the best way forward is to eat that frog. Get the difficult task out the way, just do it, and you'll feel so relieved when it's done. Then you can enjoy your nights not thinking, I've got this task I've got to get done, and just ignoring it and pushing it to the back of your brain, to the back of your mind. If you tackle that challenge quickly, you'll get good at eating the frog as well. Something I noticed, if you get that difficult thing done and you test yourself, you'll become less anxious next time round when a deadline gets put in front of you or a task needs to be complete. And you can actually enjoy your time, your free time, which is so important. There'll be times in the past where I literally would have an exam and I would then not go to sleep the night before. I'd stay up all night, I would study, I'd go to the exam, and I'd be very sleep deprived, I'd be very uncomfortable, my health would deteriorate. If I had just got that task done, I could have just got a good night's sleep and enjoyed every day coming up to it, knowing that I was prepared. And it's just about preparation and organization. These are two skill sets you need as an adult and as a good man. Good men are organized, good men are prepared, they're competent. So next time you have a deadline or you have something difficult that you have to achieve, do it, go for it, try your best to force yourself to tackle it. And in that pursuit, you'll get a lot better at eating the frog, so to speak. It's quite a disgusting sounding analogy, but it really sticks out in my head very often. So that's it. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you liked it, drop a little like down below, that would be sound, and subscribe, because I'm trying to grow here and help some people with my thoughts authentically. Anyway, thanks guys. See you in the next one.